I like that. I don't actually have to start the intro anymore. I can just click one button. I'm very
Anybody
happy.
hear me?
We can. We can't see you, but we can hear you. Oh, it's very spooky and Halloweeny of you. Good evening, ladybugs and yellow jackets. Good evening, ladybugs and yellow jackets. Welcome to this week's episode of FAE News.
Good
I
evening.
am your host. What? I am your host, Fairy Queen Lolly, and tonight I am here with Ion the Leprechaun and Sir WeiRd. And whoever else might pop in maybe later. We don't know. Well, kind of Sir WeiRd. I don't know what's going on there. We could hear you, but your connection seems terrible. So, hello, cool gamer. Nice to see you. A little funsies. Okay, well, maybe WeiRd's going to be in and out tonight. I don't know what's going on there. A little funsy thing at the end of the show tonight. I finally made a new outro. Congratulate me. It only took me forever.
Congratulations.
It only took me, like a year and a half to do.
Yeah, small delays.
Small delays, yes. So I guess that I will just go ahead and roll forward with the things here. First things first, you guys, as you all know, like, subscribe, and spook the bell. Oh, okay, we're gonna try it again. Are you there? It's so fancy tonight. Yes, I like it. I highly approve.
I am.
I feel like
I have no idea what's going on with my internet, but I'm here.
You need to kick it right in the junk.
Ooh, you guys are all looking nice.
I mean, thank you.
I have nothing to say to that.
I don't know. I feel like I look okay, I suppose. I was really cold earlier, and I've searched all over for anything that had long sleeves that wasn't like, redneck flannel or something, because I just didn't think that I just didn't feel like being a redneck royal this evening.
It's cardigan time again. It'll never work.
Oh no, I'm so sad. This is going to be a thing tonight. He's got to figure out where to go. Yes, please like, subscribe, and spook the bell. And if you want to get future notifications of our future shows. And also a little shout out to tonight's show sponsor, which is Brooms, Readings, and More. And Maury reads tarot, Hebrew lots, cronestones, and does energy work. Kat vends Appalachian weave brooms, natural fiber tarot bags, which are crocheted, tankards, goblets, wands, keepsake boxes, jet, amber, silver pendants, corsets, tutus, capelets, waist cinchers, and more. Their link is in the low bar, and of course you can see their information going in the ticker. Please check them out. We want to thank them for being one of our store consigning patrons and fairy market patrons as well, fairy market vendors. So thank you guys for your support, and we hope that everybody supports you right back. Okay, we're going to try it again. Here we go. This is the third try. I'm going to start keeping count of how many times we have to do this tonight.
Please, darling. Right before I got disconnected and you were talking about flannel, I was going to say, well, couldn't you call yourself like an Appalachian Fae if you were like wearing flannel?
I'm too smart.
Well, there's some old stuff about Appalachia, so I really should. Next time, I should have found some of that stuff for the.
I mean, it depends on how we're judging being. I mean, I'm not from Appalachia. I'm too smart to be Appalachian, but I might be evil enough to be Appalachian. I'm not evil. What are you talking about? I'm nice.
Well, according to fantasy tropes, you're wearing dark clothes, you're wearing a tiara. Does that mean you're like Oh, did she
I'm
freeze?
like, no.
She's not frozen. Her earring is moving. I can't believe she's messing with you.
It's giving me away. Yeah, that's
No,
right.
she's not
Who's
frozen.
getting the jokes played on them tonight? That's right, not me. I mean, like this once, it's not me, but it's probably going to be me for the rest of the night. Oh, see, now who's frozen? That's frozen. I nailed it. Okay, we're going to be on round 4 with Lord Voivode. Oh, man.
I prefer to count in Roman numerals. It's IV next.
It's Ivy. Well, okay.
Right now, last was
Oh,
I.
Wait. Oh no, he's here in duplicate. Which one of them is going to time out first? Guess what?
I thought somebody was coming in. Yes.
IV. It's IV.
I'm trying regular data right now because that was on Wi-Fi, so it's probably something wrong with the Wi-Fi, which.
Like the problem that we were having here, we just had to get a new extender thing because it was terrible, and now it is okay. Our old technology was just really old and went the way of the dodo.
Over.
Yes, I hear
It's
robot
just-
voice.
It's
Oh.
because you can't
Transform
get
and roll out.
Robot voice.
I'm roboting.
I'm sorry, it's all robot voice.
To be fair, I've been here before with this internet problem business.
I know, and it made you very, very, very
Yeah,
frustrated.
last week it was. I remembered that last week too for you.
I felt really off-sided in my I don't know, like half of my head was out, and I did not like that. So I had to move my camera. But now I feel better. Now if I lean on my arm, I'm offside to the other direction. I can't win for losing. What was I going to
But
say?
you're comfortable.
I am sitting comfortably, at least. So the agenda tonight is a lie. I don't have an agenda,
Always
but
a lie.
it is. The agenda is a lie. I do have, however, I tried to kind of agenda-ize the things I wanted to talk about in the title and the header of the show.
It's a loose plan.
It's a what?
Loose plan. Rather than an agenda.
Yeah. I have the concept of an agenda tonight.
And there's no.
You know, we can't actually hear you. At least I can't hear you. You are all robot voice to me.
You can't.
You're not even moving.
Okay.
You're totally frozen again. I'm so sad about this. Please
Try turning off your camera and see if your robot voice clears up.
Oh, that's kind of a good idea. Maybe it's trying to use too much data or something all at once. We're all just sitting here waiting expectantly. We're on round 4. Oh.
We're professional, you see.
Yes. I don't know if he heard you.
Does this sound better?
Try turning your camera off and let's see if that clears up your audio.
How's that?
Well,
you got to leave it off.
No, like turn it off. Turn it off. Yeah, there you go. Now say
How's
something.
That sound?
Oh yeah, that's totally clear. We're just talking to the voivode behind the curtain this evening.
Well, then I
now
guess I
both
don't
Wade
need
can
this
talk in
because
that
no one
ominous
to see me
voice.
dressed. So,
Wait, what?
well, I said I guess I don't need these clothes now.
Whoa! You need your clothes. You need to leave them on, and because just in the event that you accidentally turn your camera back on, forgetting that you don't have clothes, we don't want to get demonetized here. So you just need to leave those on until the show is over.
What if you take a still shot of your camera
Oh.
feed with your mouth closed and once with the mouth open, and just switch
How does it
rapidly
sound
between
now?
them to puppet yourself?
he'll look like one of the Canadian people in South Park, like.
Not your buddy guy. Not your guy, buddy.
A.
How does it sound now, though?
Better.
It sounds better right now. I mean, I heard you ask how it sounded, so I assume that's an improvement.
Cool. No robot voices yet.
Well, I'm really excited. I'm really excited to play the outro for the show.
So you want to end it early?
Well, it's not that I want to end it early. I sort of just want to play it in the middle of the show so everybody can see it. But also, I don't, because it's supposed to be at the end of the show, and it will ruin the end of the show surprise if I play it early. I'm just really excited for it because what?
Wait.
How dare you chastise me? Fine. I wait. So guess what I did? And I need a solution, and I don't know what to do. This has nothing to do with anything on the agenda, but I'm hoping that maybe somebody out there in YouTube or Facebook land can help me. Help! I went to see the Gothard sisters a few weeks ago. Uh-oh. I have a kitten trying to climb my leg. And I bought 2 CDs while I was there from their show. But I don't have any way to listen to them because I don't have a CD player in my PC or in my laptop, so I can't rip them onto my computer. Come here. All right.
Yeah. Yes.
Where's Eames? What are we doing? Eames.
Kitten Cam.
Kitten Cam. It's Eggnog. I mean, so far, yeah, he's trying to climb my leg, so I decided I was just gonna detach his little tiny murder mittens and put him on the bed or something because
I like how he's moving his head around like he's going like, geez, I've never been up this high. This is weird.
Uh-oh. Like, oh, what's up above me? Can I get those things? Can I climb up there? Is that possible?
Eventually.
Look at him. He's so chill. He's just like, doo, 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 doo. Doesn't care.
Look at all the interesting things to look at up here.
He's kind of looking at the screen like, what's going on? I see people. Oh, no, he's so cute. Yes. What are you doing? What are you doing? Yeah. Okay.
He's noggin.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Ready? Gonna put you down. There you go. Oh, okay.
Maybe he's sad he doesn't get to try chocolate water.
Yes. So, chocolate water.
I don't ask. I don't. What?
We were supposed to try this ages and ages ago, and we never actually did it. So these have been sitting in my cupboard. And now we're going to try them tonight.
Did you guys chill them at least?
Did we chill them?
Yeah, like put them in the... I don't know.
Well, I
I
didn't turn the heat on all day because I wasn't here, so it was probably like 50 degrees in the house. So they're pretty cold right now. They're definitely colder than me.
okay.
All right.
Because
So
imagine that would taste better cold.
what?
Yeah.
Oh, so do we want to do this first, or would we like to review what happened at the Samhain Dumb Supper and the Fairy Night Market first?
Drinks first.
Drinks first. Okay, I was kind of hoping that Erwinna would be here because she was highly involved in the things that happened at the market, but she is not here. So,
Well, this gives time for Erwinna to show up.
oh, I see Rain out in the audience. Hello, Raynwulf. Okay, chocolate water it is. Here we are tasting another weird thing today. Last week it was mustard soda. That was pretty not great.
The mustard soda.
The mustard soda that failed to taste like mustard.
Yeah, it didn't taste like mustard at all. Okay, I'm opening it. I hate chocolate though, so this is probably going to be a gross one for me if it tastes anything like chocolate.
I like
what
chocolate.
Are you doing?
But
what are you doing, my little boogers?
No,
it's water.
Yes.
does that all chocolates or just like the milk chocolate and white chocolate's okay? Since white chocolate doesn't really taste like
There's no
chocolate.
actual chocolate in white chocolate.
Did you taste yours already?
No, I just sniffed it.
Oh.
Does it have a? Okay.
Oh.
It smells a bit like old Yoo-hoo.
Ew.
Oh,
You are not wrong. I'm gonna put this in my mouth. It's so gross. Like, you first, Ion. You first.
So there's no chocolate in white chocolate. It's just it's a misnomer that we call it white chocolate.
Go on. You first.
Okay, here we go. Oh boy.
Ion looks like he needs to schedule an appointment with his therapist to talk about the traumatic experience he just had. He looks sad and depressed. This water it's making him sad. His mouth is depressed now.
That often.
What?
I'm done.
At least he didn't
like
rip his hat
chocolate.
off and use it in.
Yeah, I didn't rage quit.
You look like you were stuck.
I don't think I actually knew your tongue was that long, to be honest. Like, I think it reached to the bottom of your beard.
I used to be able to touch my nose with it. I wonder if I still could.
I can. I mean, touch my nose with my tongue, not your nose with my tongue.
We're kind of far away from each other right now. That would be weird.
And it's not even.
That's my turn.
Yeah.
Do you want to get a blessing or get a priest or anything before you drink?
Everybody can see the mess that is my room behind me. It's terrible.
You will see the crappy yellow wallpaper behind me.
The thing is that Yoo-hoo doesn't exactly taste like chocolate. It smells like it should. And this is yeah. It's Lolly's turn. That's what it is.
That's what this is. It's just the thing is that the smell is overwhelmingly bad as also. Here we go.
Maybe plug your nose before you sip.
I would rather drink the mustard soda again. This is horrible. This is truly an abomination.
On a scale from Claminaze to
I knew someone's going to bring that up.
Okay, on a scale of Claminaze being the worst.
To pink lemonade Kit Kat.
Ooh, yeah. Those were good. To pink lemonade Kit Kats being the
where
best.
Does Jelly Belly chocolate soda fall?
Man, I'm giving it like a real I'm giving it like a kind of like an 8. To be honest, this is pretty disgusting.
Wait. Is 10 your? What's your
10
scale?
is claminaise.
10 is claminaise.
Yeah, that's
And
10 is
1
its
is
grossness factor, and that's claminaise is like nothing. Claminaise is actually it's the one that goes to 11. To be honest,
it goes to 11. It sets the bar. I don't think it's as gross as an 8 in that scale.
I mean,
But
it's a 7 or
is
an 8. I'm trying to think of what was worse. What has been worse than this particular thing that
butter
we've tried?
soda.
What was?
Butter
the
soda?
Yeah, the butter soda was pretty gross. Let's see, because I'm like we tried all those candies from Iceland that were the black licorice candies, but those were delicious.
Yeah.
And they certainly weren't so terrible that you were just like, I want to just eat it.
I thought that was on the good half. Yeah.
Yeah, that was on the good half.
But then again, I do like licorice, like black licorice. So
the dirt soda, the grass soda, the butter soda. But I think out of all of those, the dirt one actually tasted the best. And I didn't like the grass one. I thought that I would. Let's see. What other weird things have we tasted? We've tasted so many weird things on this show. I don't know. We need new weird things.
We need new weird things to try. Please feel free out there in internet land to make suggestions for weird things. Yeah, I don't think it was as bad anywhere near claminaise, but it is definitely in the bottom half of things we have tried.
Yeah, it's disgusting. Do not try chocolate water. Do not recommend. 1 star.
On a seriously more fun taste experience, I recently learned that marzipan isn't that hard to make, and I saw someone make candy corn on the cob, in which they used marzipan for the cob part and stuck candy corns in it to make.
That's what we should taste. Weird, like Thanksgiving candy corns. Ugh.
But be done. The recipes from like various time periods, and that was one from like the 70s.
What was? What? Wait, what?
Thing that Ion described. It was done by this guy named B. Dylan Hollis. He does recipes from like back in the day, all up to like the 70s and 80s and stuff like that. And that was one of the ones he did. And like Ion said, the marzipan was the central part, and he just stuck candy corn in it like corn.
Yeah, so it looks like a corn on the cob.
Oh, okay. No, seriously though, like if you have ideas for weird things that you think we should taste that we can actually get a hold of, you need to put your suggestions into the comments right now. Because if I can get a hold of it, we'll try it. I mean, and it's not going to cost an arm and a leg. Didn't we do a Twinkie thing one time? I feel like we or a hostess cupcake, a weird hostess cupcake of some sort.
Was the latte, the Twinkie latte.
The Twinkie latte. Ugh. I mean, that one was
actually okay. That was pretty good.
It was just like ultra sweet. Just basically open mouth, pour sugar in. But yeah, that was given to me. I wonder if I actually have a picture of that someplace. That was given to me at Fairy Blossom. Let's see if I can find it. I don't
know. The thing with what you guys just tried, the thing I'm wondering is, so it's Jelly Belly. It's made by Jelly Bellies. Jelly beans.
Yeah.
Was the flavor they were using the chocolate flavored jelly beans that Jelly Bellies produces? Or were they just saying, hey, we're going to make this taste like jelly beans. Let's throw chocolate in it.
Is it supposed to taste like... Is it supposed to taste like just chocolate sparkling water or actually chocolate jelly beans sparkling water? Either way, it's gross. I don't know.
Well, it is a company that makes lots of jelly bean flavors. So
I mean,
I don't know how to say because I'd have to retry. Hey, did we ever try the candy corn that was Thanksgiving on a candy corn? Like it was a turkey and stuffing and
I mean, that's what I just
cranberry
said
sauce?
we should try, but I don't know that we ever did. I guess I could go on Amazon and see if. Let's see.
Weird things to try.
Thanksgiving jelly bean. Oh no, we try. Oh, okay. What do I think is worse than this? Remember when we tried the taco truck jelly beans that were like
Oh yeah.
avocado and tomato, like
Yes.
the things you would find on a taco? There was one of those that was absolutely disgusting, and I'm trying to remember which one that we all were like, because most of them I thought tasted pretty bad, if I recall correctly.
Tortilla. I remember the tortilla one being bad. Maybe the meat one was pretty bad tasting.
Oh yeah.
Because it was meant to be a ground beef Taco Bell taco truck sort of.
Thanksgiving. Okay. You mean Thanksgiving candy corns, because when I look up Thanksgiving jelly beans, a whole bunch of delicious flavors like apple cider and pumpkin pie pop up, and those don't sound gross. So let's see. We mean actually, so harvest corn. Let's see.
It's not a weird flavor. For some reason, I was thinking of this was, God, I don't want to say it was like a couple of years ago because, it's actually, I think, 20 years ago. There was a company that was putting out just regular bottled water, but they had on the inside of the cap, like the rim of the bottle, they would put like a fruit, like the scent of some kind of fruit, like say one was blackberries. And they did that to people to drink the water, or because at the time people don't like just drinking straight water. They want that gives them a flavor. And they did that because the scent, when you open the bottle and the scent hits you, it's supposed to trick your brain into thinking, oh, the water, I smell that, so the water's going to taste like that.
And then you put it in your mouth and you immediately regret your decisions in life, or
no, it was just water. Then they were trying to figure out ways for people to drink more water. This was like, I think, 20 years. I'm not sure.
Let's
But
see.
holy crap, that's a lot of. Wow. Ooh, is that pumpkin pie flavored jelly beans?
I feel like
that might be good.
Is this racist? What's going on? Indian candy corn? What is this?
I think it was. Look up Indian corn.
It looks like candy corn on the picture. Creme candy shaped like a kernel of corn with a white tip, orange center, brown base, formerly called Indian corn. Ah, it's the candy you remember from your childhood. Okay, that's why, because it got renamed.
If they're talking to boomers.
That's a mean thing to say, okay? They have feelings too.
Right.
Let's see.
This just makes me think of John Lewis's. This just makes me think of a comedian who did a skit and he said, like, there's only 53,000 pieces of candy corn ever made, and it just gets recycled each year.
Maybe you should put something like turkey.
Yeah, it's like the joke about Spam is finally making the next batch.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Talk about Spam on the studio.
I don't know. I'm not really finding a thing. I don't see any like turkey like Thanksgiving dinner, just autumn mix, which who cares? It just looks like regular flavors.
Yeah.
And
But wouldn't it be weird if we got one that
caramel
was meant
apple
to
ones?
taste like a whole Thanksgiving dinner, like a turkey?
I mean, they
stuffing,
made that one year. That's why I put that in. That's why I put Brock's Thanksgiving dinner candy corn, because that was a thing that they made one year, and I was like, ooh, maybe
Yeah.
they've got it again. But it looks like we're striking out on this particular topic. Ooh, what's that? Christmas candy corn. What flavor is this? Probably peppermint.
Yeah.
What?
But it's candy, so it may just be the.
It doesn't even say.
I wonder if they just colored it that way, and it's just the regular candy corn flavor, whatever that it would be called.
What a letdown that would be. No.
It's all candy corn.
Well, I'm done looking. I'm sad that I cannot find anything weird. What was I going to say? Okay, now that I'm moving on from this topic and I'm done going down the candy corn rabbit hole, none of that actually sounded good as a sentence, actually. I take that sentence back. I take that sentence back, man. It's not even 8:30. Yes, okay, so things that... What are you doing, Voivo?
Just trying to make adjustments.
Trying to get out of killing kittens.
Better like this, I think. Trying to get out of killing kittens mode. I forgot we used to call it that. Oh no. Okay. Yes. Okay. So tomorrow is Halloween. So happy Halloween, everybody. And I wanted to remind you all that we are going to be walking in the Georgetown Halloween Parade. Georgetown is a neighborhood here in Seattle. Well, actually, we aren't in Seattle proper, but it is in Seattle proper. Georgetown is, and that's where we will be. All of the details for this are actually on the Facebook event and also in our Discord. So if you are interested in walking with us, then I would encourage you to hop into the Discord and look into the events channel, and you will find where we have all of the details about where to go and what to do. And we are going to be opening the parade and doing a little opening ceremony of the changing of the seasons from the light half of the year to the dark half of the year. And then we will be walking, and then we will stop at the second station. We will do the ceremony again, and then we will finish the parade. It's about 3/4 of a mile long, as I understand it altogether. And you should be prepared if you are thinking of joining us for inclement weather, just in case. We will have our land dragon pulling the trailer so that if somebody needs to sit down or something, you can just hop in the back of the trailer and be carried along for a little bit. So I'm really looking forward to doing this, and I'm really honored that Georgetown chose us to do their ceremony that is, for the public, and I've written it so that it has public involvement. So it should be really great. And plus we get to hand out flyers. So we get to let everybody know all about our next month, the November upcoming sword practices and craft nights. On first and third Fridays, we're doing sword practice. And on second and fourth Fridays, we are doing craft night in the store, Fairy Apothecary, which is in Fremont in Seattle. And so I'm pretty excited for that. They're all open to the public. All you have to do is show up. If you don't have a sword, we have loaners that you can use. And for craft night, all you have to do is arrive and bring whatever project it is that you want to work on. And then we will all work on projects together. And hopefully that will be actually productive, at least for me. I will work better when I am sitting there with a bunch of people working on a project. So I'm pretty excited to be doing those things here in the upcoming month. And I guess I'm really sad that nobody who was at the Dumb Supper is on the show tonight. I mean, you were there, Ion, but you were not like in it. You were helping me with it, so you know, you like everybody that was actually participating, and nobody is here tonight. And I was hoping to talk about that because I thought that the ghost hunt and everything went pretty good. And I mean, we had like 20 different people complete that quest, which is a really good number of people I mean, there's been nights where it's like 2 people completed the quest. So to have something like 20 people complete the quest was really cool. And I was hoping somebody here could talk
there was
about
one pair that was doing the quest that had to go past the front gate like 20 times as they were looking for that. They said they were still looking for stuff, like, and they were looking up at street level for the little cauldrons or whatever. And
well, dang, you should have given them a clue so that they didn't have.
I think you froze.
I think she has a little bit.
I'm back.
Yeah, you're back.
I was saying you should have given them a clue because there was nothing on the street level. It was all down in the market.
Well, I tried to convince them that was so, but I don't think they believed me.
I mean, that's funny. Like, why would they not believe you? I mean, you must have really given them a hard time making them do their challenge to get in the gate, I guess.
Oh, I didn't make them do it. I didn't make them do the challenge over and over and over again.
Well, let's see. At least
because they were busy with the quest. Well, force the questers to stop and do a challenge.
Some pictures. Let's see. Okay,
but
I'll do
what's
that.
funny with that challenge though is how difficult some people find some things, and how easy other people find other things. Like there was this one gal that couldn't name 3 things you might find in a nursery. She struggled so much with that.
Like you mean like a baby nursery, like a crib and baby toys and I don't know, a bottle.
Oh, it was a things you might find on a newborn registry, gift registry, and just she couldn't say anything. And
I mean, it's kind of fair because I don't know. I guess like I'm thinking to myself like, okay, I guess diapers and a bottle and a rattle. I feel like what things would I give to a baby doll? That's formula. I don't know. What was another one?
But that same gal had no trouble with some other question that I don't remember. Here's one that a group of people, like a whole group of people, struggled with. Name 3 countries that use the euro.
That use the euro? Oh, okay. Well, I want to say France and Italy and Greece.
That would be perfectly great answers. They just couldn't. It was a whole group of people that
all countries in the European Union.
They couldn't name a country in Europe. and then I had to use Young Master Talon to know if they got the Kardashians right. So
wait, what about the Kardashians? You said what?
The next one they got, because they couldn't name any European countries apparently, is I was going to skip through the next one, which was name 3 Kardashians.
Oh, I could not do that. I only know Kim Kardashian. Oh, wait, no. Isn't Kylie Jenner a Kardashian?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. So I guess I know 2 of them then. Oh, I mean, does Bruce Jenner, who isn't Bruce Jenner anymore, but I can't remember what their new name is?
Caitlyn Jenner.
So Caitlyn Jenner is technically a Kardashian, right?
Well, it married into them, I guess.
Aren't
I wouldn't call
the
them.
parent of the Kardashians?
What?
Aren't they the parent of the Kardashians? Like the Kardashians wouldn't exist without Caitlyn Jenner.
Except for the first three. They're the children of the Kardashian father, who actually the first four. Caitlyn Jenner and whatever the mom's name is, I can't remember, are the parents of the other two, the last two.
Oh my gosh! How come you know so much about the Kardashians?
I couldn't name them. Because their dad was famously one of the lawyers for O.J. Simpson.
But that still doesn't explain why you know so much about all of their gossip. You secretly watch their show, don't you?
I don't. I couldn't name hardly any of them.
Oh, I don't.
But anyway, I was going to skip it, and they didn't want me to skip it because they're like, we know that, and then they just listed them off, and then I didn't know, and so Young Master Talon had to tell me, yeah, those are all right, but they named them all. I'm like, okay.
Oh no, yeah, okay.
I
couldn't. All I know is Kim Kardashian. That's all.
I know a bit about the former athlete Bruce Jenner, and a bit about.
I know they were on the Wheaties box. That's what I know.
Gold winning decathlon winner. Yep.
Yeah, it's like weren't they a runner or something?
Decathlon.
I believe is what
Does the decathlon involve running?
It's 10 events, but yes, running is quite a few of them.
Is that what DECA means?
It is.
Wow.
It also involves a bunch of throwing and jumping and yeah.
Oh boy. Okay. So so I guess I can show some pictures. I did pull some pictures up, and also the prize kind of I guess that everybody was able to get for the ghost hunt was actually, let's see, this guy. I will share this first. So it was this spell card, which was used to unlock the box that had all of the ghosts trapped inside of it. And the thing that's especially special about this particular magic wand dueling card is that it is a level 2 spell. So that means that it wins on ties against level 1 spells. So that is a pretty cool thing to have in your deck. If you have a deck or have been building a deck, there's only a few level 2 cards out there and only one level 3 card that is out there. So that is one of the things that was available to be got at the night market. And then let's see. Now, let's see. Oh, this isn't what I want. Let me see if I can do this a different way. Yes, I most certainly can. Okay. I'm going to try this again.
I do know that the monsters that were forced to defend themselves, not at the night market, but against group spell interactions, did not like that there were level 2 spells and higher. So.
We're very unhappy. This was our DJ. So this was DJ C Sharp. And this is Miss Wendy from Sterling Designs, who had a pretty amazing costume, actually. It was all kinds of dressed up. These are just people that are hanging out in the Tiger Blossom Tea House. Just some vendor pictures. Our dross cart. Lady Ashlanera. Yes, the Black Dragon. Looking just happy as usual. Literally, I took this picture, and then 2 seconds later, he smiled at me, and I was like, you're such a jerk. This is our lovely Sweet Leaf, who runs the Tiger Blossom Tea House. and this is Sir Fancy Pants. And I know that this is Soap. It was her name, but I couldn't stop hearing Silk in my head. So like in my head, it wants her to be Silk, but Soap was her name. His faces. This is the pile of ghosts that were rescued. This was a gift to me from Lady Ashlanera. It's a reversible necklace. It's a gnome on one side and a mushroom on the other side. I didn't realize those pictures were in here. Some of our place settings. More draw card. There we go. Don't look at Lady Ash's face. She's like, I don't know what you're doing, but
I like nap in peace.
yeah. So I do want to give a little shout out here to Erwina, because most of these pictures are courtesy of Erwina. This is what the cauldrons looked like that had the different various clues in them, and they were hidden throughout the market. Oh, so wet and rainy. And that is the last of my pictures for the market. I would say if anybody out there has pictures, put them in our Discord so that we can see them.
Do it.
Do it. So, yeah. I don't know. I have kitten high five videos.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. That was awesome.
Should I share my kitten high five video before I talk about the next topic? Since the agenda's a lie. I could go in whatever order I want.
I don't think everybody's seen it, so yeah.
Let's see. Oh, I don't want, no. Okay. Give me a second. I gotta pull up the TikToks and find the video. You know, sometimes I don't quite understand what makes certain videos get so much traction. Because I think Kitten High Five video is super cute, but it only has like 66 likes on it, or views on it. Definitely not 66 likes. Let's see. Where's my share button? Let's see. Share this. Oh yeah, also share tab audio. Okay. Can you guys see it? There's my limbs. Yeah. Where's my play button? Oh, here. High five. High five. Cute. Oh no.
Oh.
That little guy. Did you see it? It's so fast, but pretty cute. I've been trying to keep my TikToks to not work things.
Did we lose Ion?
Oh no. Goodbye, Ion. We did. Boy, with you guys going in and out all night tonight, pretty soon it's just going to be me here all by myself. I'll cry if that happens.
Wait, and you haven't dropped off lately, so.
That's true. Yeah. You have been pretty, let's just, knock on wood, right? Cross the fingers.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Hey, I see a whole bunch of you new people out there. Like, subscribe, spook the bell. That means ring the bell. Over there on YouTube, give us the likes, please. We love you. Okay. No, I'm looking for my. Oh yeah. Okay. So the next thing that I have on the agenda for tonight is the Oddmall swords, and that is coming up in a couple of weeks on November 9th and 10th. We are going to be at Oddmall. We're actually taking turns. I'm going to be there one day with the group of people that show up, and Ion will be there on the other day with the group of people that show up, and basically doing sword demoing. So if you want to come out to Oddmall on November 9th and or 10th and do sword demoing with us, we would love to have you and your experience. There's no cost for it or anything like that. You just have to let us know that you want to show up and be with our group, and then we can get you worked in, and it should all be good. Oddmall is one of the events that really is a big supporter of us, so we try to be a big supporter of them back, and we do almost have a presence at every Oddmall that there is. I think every Oddmall for the last 10 years, with the exception of one, we have not had a presence at. So just let us know if you want to do that, and we would love to have you. Again, our Discord is the place to find the informations on that. So you can find the link to our Discord in the low bar down below. Let me see. I might actually have the link for the Discord. I don't know. Somewhere not convenient. So I wanted to also talk about November a little bit. Next month, that we're not going to be doing the Fairy Night Market on the 9th, where I'm going to be having the Fairy Night Market in the future once every 3 months, so once quarterly, because we have so many things that are starting to happen at the store that we just don't have the bandwidth. So it seems like a good idea to move it to once every 3 months. And next month, though, being November, two big things that we're going to be doing are we're going to be having a Magical Academy house competition. So if you don't know what your house is for the Magical Academies, you can find out. See right there going in the ticker below. If you go to that URL, and the URL is actually also in the low bar. If you just look in the details, you should be able to find a link for that. You just have to take the little quiz, like a house sorting quiz, and then you will know what your Magical Academy house is. And yes, so we're doing a fundraiser that is a food drive, and the house which contributes the most food will get some sort of prize for all of their participating members. And then for my birthday, which is next month, we are planning to do a big event at the merry-go-round, which is down on the pier, the waterfront pier in Seattle. I'm very excited for this. WeiRd, I expect you and Phoenix to get over here and celebrate my birthday with me. Oh, he's frozen. Goodbye, WeiRd. I still expect you. No. It's open invitation to anybody. Please come up. I just want as many people there as possible. I want to take over the merry-go-round and turn it into a fairy-go-round, get an awesome photograph of as many garbed up people and fairies on the merry-go-round, that we possibly can. And then I want to use that picture to make our annual Yule card that I mail out every year in December. So I'm just looking to try to get as many people out as possible. Come and join us and take awesome pictures. So keep your eyes peeled. I'll be putting that out on the Patreon, of course, and then also making a public Facebook invite. And honestly, it does not matter if you know me personally or not. I just want people to come out and have a good time and be in garb, just as if you were at a convention. If you don't know people there, then you will meet your awesome crew of people, because, if you're out there with us, well, we're all the right people together. So, yeah. So I was just threatening you that you and Phoenix need to be over here for my birthday. So.
See what we can do.
What was that? That was yes, Your Majesty. We will absolutely be there. That's what I heard, right?
I will try.
This is where a pithy quote gets inserted. Something about the word try, you know.
It's do or do not. There is no try.
I know what the quote is. I have to know what the quote is. Otherwise, I wouldn't know to say this is where a pithy quote gets put in here. That has to do with the word try. What?
I didn't say it was for you. It was for the people who might not know what the pithy quote is.
Who on earth does not know do or do not?
I don't watch Star Wars.
There is no. That's nobody.
You are referencing a thing that came out in 1980.
And yet is still famous. And everybody knows it. Everybody's seen Star Wars, man. Who has not seen Star Wars?
Only the unseelie deal in absolutes.
No, that's only the Sith. And saying that, I mean, saying that is an absolute.
It's something Bjorn said. Look,
I'm just saying that if you say that, then that means that you are that thing. Because saying that is an absolute statement. Therefore,
of course.
What?
Of course.
Who was it that originally said only the Sith deal in absolutes? Wasn't that like Obi-Wan Kenobi? Yeah, so he's a Sith.
Secret Sith.
Secret Sith, just like Jar Jar Binks.
That's right, just like Jar Jar Binks. Have you not heard of the Darth Jar Jar?
I have.
There's a lot of evidence. There's a lot of canon evidence for Darth Jar Jar.
You know what's funny about this? I mean, doesn't he become a Jedi or something? He is a Jedi?
No.
Or something? No, he isn't?
Yeah, the meme is going off the fact that literally everything that was given to Palpatine was usually because Jar Jar backed it, because he was like with I don't know, he became the senator of Naboo or some crap like that.
He became the representative of Naboo, and then I believe he did end up becoming senator when Padme died. But
I want to know what Jar Jar did that was smart. You know what? I wouldn't mind. I feel like it would almost be a lesson in like don't judge a book by its cover. If you had to, deal with, Misa like ramen noodles or whatever, like if you had to deal with Jar Jar's speech, but then he was actually one of the most radically intelligent characters, right? Because then you would just have to realize that it doesn't necessarily matter if his grammar is correct the way that we would perceive it or whatever. You just have to be like, well, he can obviously be smart without having perfect speech, which is of course totally possible, but people tend to get very judgmental over. But what does he actually do that is intelligent, other than just bumbling through things that accidentally turn out good?
What, the Darth Jar Jar idea?
No, the real Jar Jar, not Darth Jar Jar, because Darth Jar Jar doesn't exist.
Is that there is no such thing as bumbling successfully. That it's all merely means to hide his impressive force skills.
Right, but what I'm asking you isn't anything about Darth Jar Jar. I'm asking you, what does Jar Jar Binks do in any of the Star Wars movies that's actually intelligence and not just him bumbling into success?
You put forward the vote to give
No, that's not a smart thing.
Now, I know it isn't, but it's literally like he didn't bumble into it though.
That's true. He set up the vote to give Palpatine uh, extra powers so that he can enable the war effort.
And that's
So he didn't bumble into that. He did that one on purpose, and it's actually stupid.
It is.
Well,
Well,
I mean, the impression is that he was told he should do that.
And
in the movie now,
the will of the Force is the Force can't have a will. The Force would have to be sentient to have a will.
So actually, the Force is controlled by the wills, spelled WHIL. And
Are you being
the
serious?
wills of, yes, I am actually. And it is the prophecy is technically that Anakin takes over the Force, but he dies before that.
Well, then I guess there's not a lot of credence to put into prophecies, is there? Since none of it actually comes true.
Well, if you want a hot take about this, it is welcome to me explaining my Dark Yoda theory. Now, the prophecy is old compared to all other Jedi Masters, but Yoda is 800 years older than all the other Jedi Masters. So what if Yoda is the one that made the prophecy and then set into motion all the actions that cause the balancing of the Force, which is to say that he allowed a brand new Jedi Knight to take control of the training of the chosen one, not an experienced Jedi Master who would know how to handle somebody who was powerful.
Well, the big problem that comes up here in that argument is the fact that, according to their laws at the time, Anakin wouldn't have been given the chance to join the Jedi because he was too old. They just gave it a special exception because of Mr. Qui-Gon. I've been in how many Taken movies? I don't know.
I mean, I thought that Yoda didn't want Anakin to be in the Jedi.
He that is indeed what he saess. He doesn't want
Anakin's
Anakin
training was an act of rebellion on the part of Qui-Gon Jinn.
Qui-Gon Jinn was going to tutor him anyway.
Yeah, so stick it in your
when
pointy ear.
Qui-Gon
I
Jinn
still will teach this boy.
So when Qui-Gon Jinn dies, who assigns him to be trained by the brand new Jedi Knight?
I don't know. I guess Yoda did because that's what you're saying, but I don't remember that part. So
yeah, Yoda assigns his training to a brand new Jedi Knight who is ill-equipped to actually train Anakin.
I mean, hold on.
And then
hold on. Why do you say that? Maybe the whole point of having him assigned to a brand new Jedi Knight is that he didn't want the teacher of Anakin to be calcified by ancient and outmoded ways. That there was going to be something new that was coming along, and it needed somebody with new thoughts and ideas and understandings, a new take, in order to be able to deal with it. If you just put an old ancient Jedi, it's just going to be the same thing. The drivel that you hear from the Jedi Council for the last 800 years.
Well, that's why you wouldn't want him trained at all by a Jedi.
I think I get what you're saying because of the fact that even though they don't profess attachments, Obi-Wan is somebody that Anakin's familiar with, which would, I guess, in Yoda's eyes would have been like, oh, hey, let's make sure this, older but hot-headed kid has some kind of familiarity or grounding. Let's go ahead and make this Jedi Knight his, teacher.
No attachments. What a bunch of crap. Oh my God. From
So-
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
so-
Yeah, he's no attachments there. Secret wife out in the desert or whatever.
To continue my hot Dark Yoda take, when Yoda became a Jedi, the Jedi were a mysterious order, religious order, right? 800 years later,
Oh,
they
well,
were
never mind. Then Obi-Wan is right on track with hypocrisy.
Yeah.
But 800 years later, when Yoda is the Grand Master of the Jedi Order, it had already been corrupted by its involvement in as a police state for the government. It had lost much of its religious affiliations to measure power level by midichlorians, for example. And then after the prophecy takes place and the balance of the forces return, when they rebuild, he gets to train Anakin's son, Luke, and Luke returns it to a more religious order, less focused on working as a police force.
Yeah, I like how I like how in some interpretations of it is it's not attached. It's not to not have attachments. It's to try to ignore or not ignore, but try to control your fear of losing said attachments.
It's very Stoic philosophy, and
Yeah.
Stoicism is one of my favorite philosophies out there, but also there are ideas about it that are just ridiculous. It is ridiculous to think, for example, that you could have a neutral party, because there's no such thing as, the only way to be neutral is to basically not exist. Your existence in a thing and the knowledge of your existence in and of itself can create action or inaction on the parts of other people. So it's kind of a bit of hubris, I think, to sit around and be like, oh well, we're not going to take sides because we're Switzerland. Well, you're not Switzerland by not taking sides. You know, you're helping the bad guy essentially by not helping the good guy. You know, you're useless to team good if you're sitting on the sidelines, just as much as if you were, like standing at the gate ready to come in. You may as well just hold the gate open for the bad guy to come in. I don't know. I find most of Jedi philosophy really arrogant and hubristic and calcified and just fake. But I don't know. It's not sincere.
Right. And it's my notion that Qui-Gon Jinn would have been the right instructor for Anakin.
He would have probably been a way better instructor than Obi-Wan.
And Obi-Wan was a terrible choice because Obi-Wan had not nearly the same power level as Anakin, and so and because their ages were so close, they're less than 10 years apart in age. So it's weird.
The thing is that if a prophecy is to be a real thing, then it doesn't really matter what you do. It doesn't matter who his teacher was. Like, the whole idea of a prophecy is that this thing is going to happen. Regardless.
Of course, my Dark Yoda theory is that there is no prophecy.
It's predestined. And in order for that to be an actual thing, that means that it has to come true. And that means that it doesn't really matter what you do. This is what's going to be the outcome anyway. It's not like, this is the prophecy if, right? There's no if in that equation.
I agree if a prophecy is made to be a prophecy. What I'm saying with the Dark Yoda idea is that Yoda, in fact, just said this as it was a prophecy and then took actions to make it happen, rather than it being the Force telling him this will happen in the future.
Okay, go ahead, WeiRd.
My take on it, the taking Yoda out of the thing and everything. The Jedi were so focused on the fact of like, hey, this is the chosen one who's going to bring balance to the Force. This is great, fantastic, without even realizing that who is currently in power. That is the Jedi. What side are they? The light side. What does balance entail? Bringing things down into an even keel between two different sides. So in that effect, Anakin did technically bring balance to the Force because the Jedi were ascendant.
Yes.
And
right.
I totally
And
agree with that.
then the continued part of the prophecy is they then would destroy the Sith, which he also did.
See, I think the closest that the Jedi could ever get. Wait, what's this? You could solidly argue that Anakin did fulfill the prophecy. Yeah, that's what WeiRd is just saying. See, I think the only way the Jedi could even remotely get close to being the, I don't know, we're not involved religious order or something, would be if they acted, if they consciously were acting as, say, diplomats, right?
they were.
But they're like, we stay out of things, we don't take a part in it. Like, I don't feel like they are. You just need to acknowledge that politics exists, and that you exist in if you're interacting with other people, that the politics are going to exist at some level, and then you need to decide how it is that you are going to be interacting with those. And if you want to try to be Switzerland, then you need to be in a subservient position to whoever your leaders are, not in the position of being the leaders in a police state, right?
Right.
But that's basically what they became. Were these all-powerful, police of the universe.
Right. They transitioned from the first thing you mentioned into the second thing. Yep.
And that was not good.
Well, not only that, but they made anybody, basically anyone from Jedi Knight on up, commanders and generals on this army, when they do have tactical minds, they're not a military force, and yet you're making them the leader of this brand new army. That's disastrous in my mind.
Yep, it was.
Fair. But anyway, I feel the same way about profess that there is gray Jedi. It's like, no. With the way the Force is, people can use the dark side and the light side, but there's to me, no philosophy that's going like, oh yeah, we're right in the middle. We take from both sides. We're like a buffet.
Right.
Well, I don't know. I feel I like the gray Jedi. Honestly, I mean, I think that it is never a good thing when you attempt to suppress knowledge, and both sides, the light side and the dark side, kind of do that about the other side. And then all that does, though, I mean, we can just look straight at humanity and the way that people behave when you try to hide things from them, right? Like, I mean, I don't know. So I sort of like the gray Jedi in that I just feel like it's better to have the knowledge and know how to be moral and ethical with it, because the lack of knowledge leads to people trying to find out about it, or finding out about it, learning about it, and then they learn about it and they don't have any context for how they should use it, why they should be using it in a certain way. And if you try to suppress knowledge to keep people ignorant, then it's almost actually even worse to just keep people ignorant, because ignorant people are terrible to each other. I mean, all we have to do is look back in history, 50 years, 100 years, not very long ago. The further back you go and the more ignorant people are, the worse they treat each other, out of just a sheer lack of a complete blank slate of having any idea about why things are right and wrong. Why is it okay or not okay to do something, How did we get on this weird, like, we have been talking about this for like a half an hour. We really went down a rabbit hole.
On a less serious Star Wars note, the alien from E.T. is a Jedi.
You know what? This is all Jar Jar Binks' fault. This fifthly serious conversation is all his fault. I actually did click away a little bit while you guys were talking to look at some of the articles, because I was like, oh my gosh, it's almost 9 o'clock. Some of the articles for tonight. And so I thought maybe we could read a couple articles.
Sure. Why don't you pick a couple while I explain why the extraterrestrial is a Jedi?
Okay, but didn't we do the annual wife carrying championship last week?
I believe so. So that's the thing. I think
We
but
did. I'm going to
what
delete it.
No, that was, I think, one of the votes.
But
But
it didn't win. Okay, well.
All I know is I submitted like 5-6 new ones. So
yeah, I've got them with your names on them.
Yeah, I see. All right, we're gonna have an animal competition here. So Nightwater has suggested the Three Little Pigs escape Ohio home to go for ice cream. Neighbors aren't happy. Versus Nibby the Diva Beaver.
That's right.
Is to stay at a rescue center. Massachusetts governor decides. The Diva Beaver. Jesus. So if you would like to hear about the Three Little Pigs escaping their Ohio home to go for ice cream, press number 1 in the comments. And if you would like to hear about the Diva Beaver, press number 2. I am going to, I need to give the timer actually to Ion so that Ion can start the timer, not me.
He's only a couple rooms away. Throw it to him.
What?
He's only a couple rooms away. Throw it to him.
No, it's glass filled with water and sand. That is a terrible idea.
Oh,
Just put your votes into the comments, you guys. There's several of you out there watching. I expect to see you putting your votes. Actually, I don't know where everybody's watching from. So everybody's watching. No, one person is watching on Twitch. Okay. But everybody else is watching on YouTube. So I better see you all put your votes in the comments.
Right. It's one for the Three Little Pigs.
1 for the Three Little Pigs and 2 for the Diva Beaver.
It's my vote breaker just in case, because I don't.
Your tiebreaker, not a vote breaker.
Yes.
I'm trying to remember if this was the timer that I used last week, or if I don't know. I can't remember. Or if I used this one. I feel like this one is a whole lot more
longer.
famous. Yeah.
Oh,
Let's see. What about this one? I don't know. So see what it says on the back? It's like the 1998 Rose City NAWCC convention. I have no clue what that is, because I got this years and years ago from like a thing that a salesperson left behind on their desk when they left the company. And so I took it since they left it behind. No clue what it's for. Like, hooray, I have their little award, but I don't know what it means. So it's just a cool. Oh, okay. The timer is up. That's it. One vote. Okay. Well, man, I confess I'm slightly disappointed in you guys.
Was
All
that
you
because
had to do was press a number, but Bjorn is the only one who did. So number 1 wins the 3 little pigs.
Bjorn didn't want to know about the Diva Beaver?
I kind of want to see why it's called a Diva Beaver, I'll be honest. Maybe at the end of the show. Let's see. Let me pull this article up.
Maybe address it.
Please do. Thing. Whole hog. No. There we go.
Little pig, let us see.
Oh my god, his hair, like, she's not. Okay. 3 little pigs escape Ohio home to go for ice cream. Neighbors aren't happy. We'll get back to watching this chick be unhappy in a minute. In Toledo, Ohio, 3 little piggies went to a West Toledo ice cream shop on October 3rd. It was caught on camera. Really? They were almost bacon in the middle of Reynolds Road, said Mandy Fleck. That's actually what she said. She's like, they were almost bacon in the middle of Reynolds Road, said Mandy Flagg, who was managing Hannah's soft serve at the time and rescued the pigs. I was actually making a banana split for a regular customer, and I heard him say, pigs. And I just looked up, and I had to take 3 takes. Like this. So she went whole hog after them. They were right here by the time in my drive-through, and they saw me, went that way, so I came across, went out this way, and they went. Wow, this sentence. And they were in the road, so I was kind of weaving back in and out of the road, she said, describing the incident. Timothy and Teresa Clark are the proud owners of 9 pigs, who they admit have not always stayed home. Why?
But some of them had roast beef.
They get drifts of the smell from Hannah's, and they're pigs, said Timothy Clark. My little girl that led the pack with them at Hannah's was like my little evil genius. The Clarks who live on Kellogg Road consider them to be pets and comfort animals, not livestock. And they are referred to in Toledo Municipal Code, which states, no person shall raise or keep any hogs without having first obtained a written permit from the Commissioner of Health. Yeah, you know why? Because apparently you just let them run hog wild. So there you go.
Well, there's only one went to market.
That's right. You know, there's a whole little nursery rhyme that tells you why it's bad for piggies to go to market. Okay, we have cats, and I have had dogs, and I love them. But I've done a lot of reading over time on how relaxing pigs actually are. Pigs are relaxing. I just look at them.
I find
they
them
are rooting around. They are disgusting, dirty animals rooting around in the dirt. Maybe if you had a clean little potbelly pig in the house, that might be kind of cute. But these, I can just hear them in my head. Ah! Anyway, how relaxing pigs are. And people see them like everything is edible. Because it is. When in reality, these are my pets. Like, I make bacon jokes myself to them, and they laugh. Princess actually sounds like an old man grunting when she laughs. Oh. That is not a great comparison. None of that is good. Okay, not everyone is a fan of the pigs. For example, The backyard, it's deplorable. It's disgusting. That's no place for animals to live, said Jessica Maid, who lives next door. Okay, well, now hold on. Pigs like to roll around in mud pits, so I think it's okay if the backyard is a mess.
They do it to keep cool.
They eat food out of the mud. They live in the mud. Like, what? Why would the backyard being a mess be? No. Flag's bedroom.
They just need a sty of execution.
Oh no. No. Okay. Flag's bedroom window is feet away from the Clark's backyard where the pigs live. That's what you hear 4, 5 in the morning is these pigs. They sound like a bunch of farm animals. What? The pigs sound like farm animals, you guys. I can't believe it. I'm so shocked. It's stunning that the pigs sound like farm animals. It's absurd. No, what's absurd is that you think it's absurd. They sound. That's because they are farm animals. So they sound right. So the pigs sound like pigs. That's good to know. Jennifer Welty, another neighbor, reported the pigs to the health department. I mean, I guess that's fair. I wouldn't care. If people want to keep pigs in their backyard, keep some pigs in their backyard. The fact that you can't contain your pigs well enough to like keep them from getting, I don't know, into the ice cream store in town, that seems like a problem. Hello, my little kid.
What if they run down to the Piggly Wiggly?
The Piggly Wiggly?
Yeah.
That's about each other in here. These are big pigs. These aren't miniature pigs, said Welty. They're quite large, and this is the city. It's not a farm. Oh my God. Okay. I don't know. I feel like I'm in between on this, right? Like I don't care if people have pigs, but like you can have as many animals as you want on your own property, but you gotta keep them contained, right? I don't know.
Yeah, and I feel pigs, especially pigs of that size, it's going to take a lot more than a little baby gate to keep them in.
Yes, especially if you have 9 of them, because geez, if they all like kind of get together and lean on a fence or something, they're just gonna knock it over. I would imagine that eventually that would happen, unless you had some kind of industrial fencing or something. I don't know.
You don't think they should be allowed to go out on outings?
Yes, if they're on their little piggy leashes and they're all going together on their little piggy walk. Okay, but
maybe off to the pork.
Free range piggies, not great. Okay, let's see. Here's the thing: is that I guess I just I don't want to be a Karen about it, and I feel like as long as they're minding their own business, then you mind your own business and keep your don't give me no lines and keep your hands to yourself. Wait, don't. Whatever.
Keep your hams to yourself. Keep your hams to yourself.
I mean, that's the quote, the song lyric that it made me think of. My point is, keep your opinions to yourself, right? But I don't know. Like, I guess that's why I feel like I'm down the middle, right? Because as long as they're not bothering anybody, then leave it alone, right? But since they've crossed the line of now they're obviously running amok, now then it's like, okay, well, this is not appropriate, right? But people being like, well, they have these pigs and you can hear them in the morning. This is the city. Oh yeah, you know what? And people have chickens and roosters and dogs. I hear the next door neighbor's dog every single morning because I'm pretty sure they just leave it outside all day long, which is, in my opinion, very terrible. But I'm not knocking on their door like, excuse me, ma'am, you need to bring your dog inside. Like,
Erwin has made a comment.
Uh-oh. Let's see. Where is it? No, you do not. It's that you don't. This is in Ohio. What?
But maybe she knows them because they moved away or something. I don't know.
I don't know. The article is for a thing in Ohio, though. Let's see. The record states the records state Mills was charged with a misdemeanor on January 18th, 2023 for failing or neglecting to obey or neglecting what? For failing or neglecting to obey or neglecting to obey or abide with an order to abate a public nuisance for a violation issued on November 10th in 2022. They have failed to appear in court twice. Oh man, so these guys are they're like breaking the law. And as of July 3rd, a bench warrant for her arrest. What? Teresa Clark told okay. So obviously your pigs are a problem and they've been a problem for a while. Let's see. Mills lives with us, but the pigs have absolutely nothing to do with her. The pigs are actually mine and my husband's. My mom is 71 years old. They keep trying to go after her, but they're not hers. I don't understand that sentence. Oh, they keep trying to go after the mother, but the pigs are not the mother's. Okay, so I don't know about you guys, but what I am understanding from this little paragraph right here is that the daughter and her husband own the pigs, but they keep their pigs at the mother's house. And then when somebody tries to complain, she's like, well, they're not my pigs, they're my daughter's pigs. And when they try to go after the mom for having animals that she shouldn't be having on her property, she's like, well, they're not my animals, they're my daughter's. Or they're my, yes. I feel like they're...
These aren't a cat holding on for a friend because they moved into a place that can't have animals. It's freaking pigs. 9 of them.
If we showed up at their door and we huffed and puffed, would we be allowed inside?
Let's see. Timothy Clark, who owns the pigs, I guess. I don't know.
Developing story at the moment, all news since 6 o'clock. Police in Elizabethtown make an arrest after 2 men are found dead inside a burning house today. Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining us. I'm Doug Prophet. Now, investigators say those men had been shot and killed first before that house was set on fire. And police have charged this man, 45-year-old Dustin Caudle of Elizabethtown, with arson, murder, robbery, and other charges. According to police, Caudle confessed to...
Okay. I'm just like, what is happening? Please, be quiet. I accidentally went to the... Okay, so dude who owns the pigs says he plans to pay any fines and keep 3 of his favorite pigs, Princess, Mr. Beefy, and Hippobottomless. And said people need to be open-minded about unorthodox animals kept as pets, which I agree with. Actually, I agree with that. Like I said, like if it's not bothering anybody, leave it alone. It's not your business, right? But obviously, 9 pigs in your backyard that escaped to the ice cream parlor is a problem. So you're hearing of a dog or a cat as a pet, not a pig, and that's the thing. People have this established idea on what's allowed to be a pet in their mind because they love bacon.
I was thinking.
This is the most backwards logic I've ever heard. This guy's logic is people don't want us to have pigs because they love bacon. And that blows my mind because what actually is, I think, more the real truth in society is that people try to protect pigs from the people that want them to be like they don't want us to have pets because they want to eat. And I'm like, I feel like animal rights activists are out there all the time being like, be vegetarian, right? Wouldn't they want people to have the pigs as pets so that they aren't being eaten? His argument is that he wants bacon.
Well, no, that. Think of like, just a good scientist who's probably got pigs. Yes, they're raising them and treating them like pets, but you know what? They're also going to eat them. It's not like, hey, we're going to keep this thing because we're like it's like it's getting winter time and we're low on food. Come on, Porky.
I guess I just feel like who would expect somebody that was keeping a pig as an actual pet, not living on a slaughter farm or something like that? Who would expect them to make bacon out of their pet pig anyway? That's it's weird to me that he thinks that people expect him to eat his pet. That's just bizarre.
That actually, when you were talking about animal rights activists and stuff, and I hate them, but there was it's probably still up and around a couple other places, but there was a billboard that PETA put out that had like a cow on it and a couple other what you'd call animals that people would slaughter, and then they had like various different animals that people use as pets, and the whole sign said like you wouldn't eat, had a line between those animals and the pets is like you wouldn't
like
eat
a horse, and
yeah. And it was like you wouldn't eat these, so why not these? Why not eat these? It's like, well, yeah, because one's for I like meat. I don't care. Did you freeze? Did I freeze? Did I freeze? Oh shit, I don't know what's going on. Poop. Hello? Hello? Anyone?
I mean, I guess I think that the more that animals seem intelligent and companionable to humans, the less we feel like we should eat them. At least that's kind of my observation. I don't know. Oh, where'd Ion go? Did he just disappear? Oh no!
Both of you were frozen to me, so I had to exit out, and I came back in. That's why I was gone.
Let's see. Well, I don't know where Ion is. I don't know. Maybe he had an issue.
Maybe.
Holy smokes. All right. Let's see. What? Oh, one more article. Oh no, there's like I'm like, do I want to do another animal one, or do I want to do a Halloween or spooky?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
We can hear you.
Okay. Let's see if I can get the camera going again. All right. I want to clarify how she knows them.
Yeah, I saw that in the comments. Okay. I think that I'm going to do another animal one because it just sounds so cute, and I may as well stick with animal theme here. All right. Here we go. Article number 1 is you could run a penguin post office in Antarctica, which sounds so adorable. And article number 2 is Sanctuary throws a birthday party for a 17-year-old duck, which also sounds adorable. So here's the timer. And if you want to hear about the penguin post office, press number 1. And if you want to hear about the 17-year-old duck party, press number 2. The timer is going. And I see there are still lots of you out there. I better see your votes in the comments. Number 1, if you want to hear about the penguin post office. And number 2, if you want to hear about the duck birthday party. Is it 1 or is it 2? Stop it. No.
Sorry, I got easily distracted.
That's right.
Well, I'm using my phone, so it's like the camera only has a certain view, so it's like, I could do that.
I know, you have the killing kittens view.
So now we have a vote for 1 and a vote for 2.
Uh-oh, you guys might get to vote this time around. I feel like this timer takes a really long time, but maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just because I'm the one actually holding it. So I'm like, come on, timer, go. Did you ever feel like this when you had to watch the timer, Ion? Like, this timer is like a 10-minute timer.
No.
Oh, okay.
Alternatively, you can verify with the clock on the stream about how long it's taking.
I think I did that at the last show, and I thought it was like a minute and a half or something.
That's
it was,
unreal.
yeah, no, it actually wasn't very long in reality, but I'm like, nah, I have to hold the timer. And done. All right. Oh my gosh, I just had the dumbest realization. I'm not even going to say it because it's so dumb. I was like, it seems like it takes so long. But then the closer that it gets to being finished, it seems like it goes faster. Well, of course it seems like it goes faster because the whole thing tapers, which means there is like less surface area of the sand to be going down the lower and lower and lower it gets. So it's going faster and faster. Oh my God, so dumb. Anyway. At least I realized in my own head, right? Okay, so we have a tie between number 1 and number 2. So what are your votes? Ion, Voivode? 2 votes for number 1.
I was gonna vote for 2 to find out about the duck birthday party, but I think I want to find out more about the penguins. So
about the penguin post office. All right, 3 votes for 1 and 1 vote for 2. So we will be reading about penguin post office.
But really, I just want to make lots of bad jokes about party games you could play with a duck, like a big game of Duck Duck Goose.
Would it be just duck, duck, duck?
Duck, duck, duck.
Or,
Do you think they would serve cheese and
Sorry, that was really funny. I don't know. I'm all over here choking on my own spit.
Hey, everybody does that.
Do you serve cheese and crackers at the duck's birthday party?
Oh no, killing me.
Or just stale bread?
Oh, you're not supposed to feed ducks bread, I heard.
So does the Hannibal Lecter version of a duck serve duck pate?
Foie gras.
All right. You could run a penguin post office in Antarctica. 3 new hires will spend 5 months living among the Gentoo penguins and sorting postcards at the world's southernmost post office. Okay, here's my question. Before I even get into this, who is getting mail into Antarctica? Like, there's a post office in Antarctica, but who lives there? Nobody.
It's a whole science station that lives there.
Yeah, and they got to receive mail like we're trying to reach you about your extended warranty.
Okay, so there's a science station on Antarctica. So how does the mail get to the post office?
Airplane.
Okay, so why not just have the airplane take it to the science station? Why go to the post office and then to the science station when you could just go to the science station?
It's funny you think these are separate things.
Which brings me back to my point of, why is there a post office in Antarctica?
Because the people there deserve to get mail.
How about you read the article and see if we find out that way?
I didn't say that they don't deserve to get mail, but if the science station and the post office are the same as you're claiming, then why is there a post office? Why isn't the mail just taken to the science station? Does it have to be called a post office? Otherwise, what? The airplane bounces off of it like there's a force field? The mail airplane can't go to the science station. It can only go to the post office. Otherwise, it weirdly rebounds back to whatever continent it was taking off from. Like there's a force field? What? Okay.
Oh, it seems like their delivery times are as the bird slides.
As the
Because penguins don't fly.
It's very formal.
I don't know. I feel like this issue is black and white. So okay. Help wanted. Charity seeks hardworking, self-motivated individuals for temporary positions. Must be willing to relocate and stomach the smell of penguin poop. That's the gist of the latest job description posted by the UK Antarctic Heritage Trust, the organization that runs a famed penguin post office. You know, I might actually consider applying for something like that if I didn't have to be here. The group is hiring 3 coveted positions for the upcoming Antarctic season, which runs from November to March. The post office is part of Port Lockroy, a historic British base on Goudier Island near the Antarctic Peninsula. It's the southernmost post office in the world, but despite its remote location, it processes up to 80,000 letters and postcards each season. Where are they going? What? These missives, in turn, are sent by the roughly 18,000 cruise ship passengers who stop during summer in the southern hemisphere. Okay, that makes a little better sense, I guess. Your cruise ship makes a Port of Antarctica stop. You go into the post office, you buy a postcard, and you post it right then and there. Got it. And you post it then and there to leave Antarctica and go to where there's actually people to receive it. So
I'm sure you could receive mail there too.
Yeah, yes, because there's a post office. The trust oversees the site, which celebrated its 80th birthday last month. But it's been there for 80 years. People were living in Antarctica 80 years ago. Oh my God. Okay. But the organization needs on-the-ground employees to sort mail, sell postage stamps, care for the aging buildings, and run the small on-site gift shop. These staffers also have another important duty, counting the roughly 1,500 Gentoo penguins that live in a colony at Port Lockroy. Counting them? You mean like every day they have to wake up and count the 1,500 penguins? Or is it so hard to count them that it takes you 6 months to do it? Do you? The organization is looking for.
Is it just me, or is that easier with a paintball gun?
How do they know? Yeah, how do they even know? The organization is looking for a base leader, a general assistant, and a shop manager. Applicants must be residents of the United Kingdom. Whoever lands the positions will be in for the adventure of a lifetime. After undergoing extensive training in the UK in August and September, they'll deploy to Port Lockroy in late October/early November. Once they arrive, they'll be mostly cut off from the outside world, as there's very little phone and internet access on the island. They'll also be sharing a bunk room with up to 5 other people throughout. Who are these 5 people? Port Lockroy has no running water, so staffers will have to be comfortable using a bucket instead of a toilet. They won't be able to take baths or showers except when passing cruise ships invite them on board and send them back to the base with a resupply of fresh food. Ew. None of that sounds great. I was okay with like everything until you have to live with people for days and their stench on end and poop in a bucket. I guess that's why they want you to be British.
All right, it's Imperial. I've got to go to get the poop bucket now.
You know, where the original Renaissance fairs are from. Since the island is... What?
Blimey, I've lost count of the penguins.
Blimey.
Shit. You have to count again. No, at least the bath part thing, I imagine you're probably not minding too well because cold does deaden, people's ability to smell. Plus, if you're in a place like Antarctica, I don't think you want to take showers very often because of just, there's the possibility that your heat's out and suddenly, oh, great, your hair is now frozen to your head.
I want to point out that they're only there in the summer.
It's Antarctica. The summer is still filled with ice.
Or cold, really cold.
Due to the terrain, it is not possible to go for a run or take a long walk. If you need time on your own, could you cope with being confined to a small island with 4 teammates for 5 months? The Trust has staffed Port Lockroy since 2006. During the COVID-19 pandemic, the group shut down the site for 2 years, but eventually reopened it in 2022. For that first post-COVID season, around 6,000 people applied for the jobs, more than twice the number of applicants in the years past. Oh yeah, they were used to being alone after COVID, locked up in an apartment with a whole bunch of people. Ultimately, the Trust chose an all-woman roster. Look at them penguins. Oh, they're so cute. They must be British penguins. Look, they planted the British flag. During World War II, the British government sent a top-secret expedition team to Antarctica to set up strategic bases on Goudier Island, Deception Island, and the tip of the Antarctic Peninsula. Their mission? To deny safe anchorages to enemy raiding vessels. Who's raiding Antarctica? What? They don't even have what?
I was thinking they probably based more on oh, hey, we're going to take these lesser known, sailing routes to get work. Because I was figuring that they created that base because you said it's been in operation for 80 years. Roughly 80 years ago. Wait a minute. Did I get that right? Yeah, roughly 80 years ago would have been World
War II. Generator or something, right? They must have power somehow at this place. If they can have that, why can they not manage to have a bucket? Come on, people with motorhomes you can get porta potties that are more advanced than a bucket, right?
I don't know. Do you want to wake up in the middle of the night to use a porta potty that's in Antarctica?
No. I mean, like you can get like little toilets that go like inside of a camper trailer for traveling. That are like they flush with a pedal, or something to that effect, right? So that it's a bucket. What? It's so primitive. It doesn't have to be that primitive. Even in a place with no electricity, it can be more advanced than a bucket. Is all I'm saying. Wow. I
can't imagine, what happens when they run out of toilet paper.
They have to have heat somehow. They can't actually be living in Antarctica with.
What if they just cuddle with penguins?
For warmth?
Yeah.
Okay. That's
Penguins are wild animals.
I don't think you want to wake up in the morning with like a bunch of rocks, given to you by some penguins, because that's awkward.
It's awkward.
Because why penguins do that, right?
I mean, I think that the Boulder Penguins would be okay giving you rocks.
Presumably, so they can go in their gizzard to help crunch food, right?
No, it's actually that penguins have been known that when they profess interest in another penguin for mating purposes and whatnot, they will sometimes give the gift of rocks to a pretty rock to the other penguin.
Right.
Which is kind of interesting.
I feel like I need to see more pictures of Antarctica, because where are they getting these rocks from? Because when I see pictures of Antarctica, it's nothing but ice. It's just ice and snow. There's nothing else. There's no grass, no flowers, no rocks. Just
first of all, there's land there, and second of all,
way underneath there.
And the penguins can swim.
So you're saying that they swim under the water to where there's dirt instead of iceberg, and they're taking rocks out of the bottom of the iceberg.
Well, in that case, they're probably really desperate, because you know what's also in the water? Polar bears, killer whales.
No, polar bears are in the north.
The North Pole. Yeah.
Antarctica literally means no bears.
Wait, what? What'd you say?
The word Antarctica literally means no bears.
What? It does? In what language?
I remember that now.
Arctic is Latin for bear.
Huh. I didn't know that.
And Antarctica would therefore be no bears.
I thought that Ursa was bear. Like Ursa Major and Ursa Minor?
Well, Ursa is for bear, but that's, I believe, I think what you're thinking of, it's, I could be wrong, and it's going off of memory, but there's an area in Siberia where it literally, the translation is bear, but it's Ursa and something else.
The word Antarctica comes from the Greek and Latin words. Smushing Greek and Latin together. I see. Antarcticus and Antarcticus, which literally means opposite the bears. The name was first used in the 19th century to describe the continent surrounding the South Pole.
I would have just used friggin' cold.
Then you might
Arcticos meaning of the bear.
It's Greek rather than Latin, so okay, whatever. The point is it means no bears in the south and bears in the north.
So sea lions and killer whales still be there then?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what they're. I just know about the polar bears. Okay, it is 9:39, you guys.
You're almost finished 2 hours.
Yeah, I know. No, definitely. So you guys, again, hit the like and subscribe. Remember that tomorrow is the Georgetown Halloween Parade, and if you want to join us, you can hop on our Discord or onto the Facebook event and find the details there. All you have to do is show up and be in some kind of a costume, and then you can come along with us. We would love to have anybody that wants to come. And we will see you guys all next week. Let's see, this Friday. So tomorrow's the Halloween parade, and the day after Friday is sword practice at Cowan Park in Seattle. And again, all you have to do is show up, and we will have swords if you don't have your own to bring. And I think with all of that said, does anybody else have anything they want to say? It's time for the new outro.
I figured you'd be excited about that.
Okay, I made a new outro, so here we go. I'm gonna play it, and then it will be the end time. Let's see. Oh, I can press this button all at once. Okay, and then we'll see you guys next week. Same same FAE time, same FAE channel. Go. No.
Bam.
This is gonna take me a minute.
Hello and welcome to FAE Productions. We hope you enjoyed our show with your host, Fairy Princess Ollie. Please hit the like and subscribe button if you had fun with our FAE crew. Don't forget to click that little bell icon to get notifications of upcoming shows. And if you're looking to support your fellow FAE, fly on over to our Patreon, links below.